Hey guys, today's VOD review is going to be with a gold 4 Tryndamere 1 trick in the top lane, and it's going to be focusing all about early game, understanding matchups, and learning that your abilities are resources, just like your health and mana. So the big things we go through in this VOD review is wave management, how to snowball, how to prevent snowballing, understanding your win conditions versus your enemy's win conditions, and how to prop up yours while minimizing theirs, and also how to treat your abilities as resources. This is a really important one that not a lot of people get, particularly in lower elo, because you can very often get away with using your abilities and suffering no consequences. So particularly abilities that are like gap closers or gap creators, using those when you don't actually need to use them can give your opponent a window of opportunity, whether it's a jungler ganking or it's your enemy opponent you're versing in the 1v1, to collapse on you, particularly if they're higher mobility, like Irelia, champions like that, Yasuo. Those kind of champions can really punish you if you've only got one dash, let's say like a Tryndamere where you've only got your spinning slash. If you use that to like kill a minion or to just do it randomly to like move somewhere for no apparent reason, you will get punished, and in this we really break that down. So big focus on the early game, how to fix your early game as a top laner, how to manage your wave to set up for success, and then how to translate that early game lead into mid game, late game gameplay. So I hope you enjoy the VOD review, guys. What's your take on the lane?
I think early game she's a lot stronger than me. I think, but that's what I feel anyway. I don't think I've really won against an Irelia yet.
Yep.
But I think if I don't let her get too far ahead, that I can come back.
Yeah.
But this game she just snowballed completely.
All right, so we'll try and identify how that snowball happened then and how we can prevent it, as well as just
Yep,
look at
definitely.
general lane management. Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
A nice little ward I like to sometimes do when I play top lane is, because this minion wave, like, you can come to it pretty late. I sometimes like to come down here and chuck my ward as the minions are coming in.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
good little issue, particularly if you're like really tunneled on like the matchup or something, or you're really focusing. It just gives you like that confidence of, okay, Lilia's top now, and I can just chill out a bit, and you know exactly where she is, rather than just like guessing. Um,
Yep. Yep.
and
Definitely.
what it means is like it's such a better ward than this, because as long as you know how to look at your minimap, you're gonna see Lilia here for about like 10 to 15 seconds with a ward that's there, or even a ward in that brush. Like either
Yeah.
spot
Okay.
here is a really good one. But if you're not dying to that level 3 gank very often, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. I to be honest, I actually usually still put it there, or I even put
Yeah,
it up near their first turret bit, just in the open in there.
yeah,
Um, but I also get into a habit of being too lazy to go and do it, which is
yeah.
really bad because it is a really good ward to do.
Yeah, because it helps you, but it also helps the rest of your team. Because if you
Yeah, just
ping
to
it
know where
out, as soon
she
as you
is.
see Lilia, everyone else can go, oh shit, okay, I can play aggressive because Lilia's topside.
Yeah, definitely.
Or I can, they can relax a little bit. Cool.
And my CSM was shocking today as well.
Yeah. Alright, so Aurelia's miss. Okay, she was just chilling out. Cool. So you're just last hitting this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much just trying to get it to push into me a little bit.
Nice. Good. You can technically get a bounce here. I mean, this is kind of awkward because you've just hard pushed this, but it's okay because she has to now see us under turret.
Yeah, that's it. Although she isn't too bad under turret though with her Q.
Yeah.
If she stuffs that then it's hard for her, I believe.
Yeah. Cool. That's an okay ward. I mean, we probably could have gone a bit deeper there, but that's okay. I mean, you've got the CS lead at the moment. She gets 3 first. Probably didn't need to E there, but that's okay. You're trying to, I guess, preempt.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Alright. The first thing I'm noticing you do a bit is you're trading when her bone plating's up, which is like a really bad trade window for you, but a really good one for her.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the two times you've gone in, I don't know if Irelia's let you because she knows her bone plating's up, if she's that smart, or it's just like the cooldown timer. You're just hitting it like it's just coming at wrong times.
Okay.
Because she's
So
probably
what should I do then?
generally so as soon as you see the bone plate proc, you basically want to stop the trade because the next three auto attacks are going to be really bad.
Okay. Yeah.
So here, as soon as that bone plating procs, you're now losing this fight. One, because all the minions are here, and two, because she has the bone plating. So this is going to reduce, I think it's like 30 or 40 base damage per attack.
Okay. So that's quite a bit
Yeah, so
early on.
she's literally mitigating about 100 to 120, 130 health on
Right.
your next
Okay.
three auto attacks, which is massive.
Yeah. Definitely.
And you also said to me something very interesting in that you don't usually win the early game, yet you're playing as if you're trying to win the early game. Like you're
Yeah. So
mixing up what you want to do with how you're actually playing the
yeah.
lane.
Yeah. I get you. So I sort of felt like this game in particular that I was sort of winning sort of hardish
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
So I was trying to push that lead as
Okay.
much as possible.
Got it.
But usually I do try and play somewhat safe.
Okay. Because Irelia is one of those champs where, like, if she gets that one kill, she's just going to be popping. And look how
Yeah.
long
Oh
this
yeah.
lane is for you. Like, this is a
Yep.
long fucking lane. So,
Yeah, it is.
the first problem is using the E aggressively in a long lane.
Okay.
So, like, that is fine because its cooldown comes back up for the next trade. A little tip also to know bone plating is you just have her clicked on and it'll come up here and you'll be able to see her bone plating cooldown. So you'll be able to
Okay.
manage your trades with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
The best way to break it is like the E through that Tryndamere can do, where you're like kind of behind them, but you can still get the E damage
Yeah.
because
Yeah. I
then you're
get
just
you.
Eing
I get
away
you.
and procking the bone plating.
Yeah, just like a quick auto and
Yeah,
then AOA.
yeah. This is fine because you dodged that. And like I guess because she misses her stun, you're like, okay, that's a good trade. But in reality, she's got a lot of minions damaging you here, and these three minions aren't really attacking her.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
And that's where it just
yeah,
goes really sour from
yeah,
there.
yeah. Another way to make this lane a bit easier is you can just go TP, and then it's a bit more forgiving. Particularly if you know it's a tough matchup, or you just are really happy to play patient. I know it doesn't really work with Trin's identity, but while you're learning top lane, it saves you so much money. Like it can actually reduce your, you know how you're negative 500 gold. It's a bit of a band
Yeah,
aid
yeah,
fix,
yeah.
right? Because you
Yep.
do want to play Ghost Ignite Trind basically. But while you're learning the champ, I think you can do these like little crutches that you can use to just develop yourself, to just give yourself a bit more cushion and a bit more breathing room. So if you do die early, oh, it's okay. I can just TP back to lane. Because right now she's just going to be able to hard shove this and you're probably going to lose all this CS if she's smart. Whereas if
Yeah,
you have
okay.
TP, you just TP straight back to lane. Again, band-aid fix, but it will help you a lot in the early game. For
Okay.
moments like this, because top is such an unforgiving lane if you don't have TP because of what can happen like that, and now you've got this massive wave that's probably going to crash.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
maybe she doesn't put. Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, because you're
Yeah,
actually doing
okay.
pretty well. Before that fight, you were 12. I think it was 12 CS, 8 CS.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
So there was no need to force it. I know you were kind of feeling like you had the lead, so you went for it. And it probably seemed like an
Yeah,
okay idea, and it kind of was, but then she just went aggressive with it.
yeah, definitely. I just didn't really think about the minion damage early on and all
Yeah,
that sort of
it's
stuff.
pretty OP. It's basically 2v1 at level 2, level 3. Oh, now this wave's in a real awkward spot. And now this is again now set up perfectly for her, because guess what this wave's doing? Like, what do you think this wave's doing
It's
now?
just pushing straight to her
Yeah,
now.
yeah, and she's now got the gold lead. So she's loving this. She's 500 gold up. She's ready to come back. least we know Lilia's bot. Cool. Good. See, that's the bone plating trade you want to do. But walking back here is super dangerous.
Yeah, okay.
So let's see what happens. Yeah. Because you've just used your getaway and you don't have flash, right?
No, I don't have anything. I'm pretty sure she kills me.
Yeah. So the E here is fine if like, yeah, it's the way to crack the bone plating, but it's not the way to play this situation, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
I get you.
she's such a highly mobile champ, and you've got one getaway tool right now.
Yep.
And you can't be using it for anything but getting away when you're 0-1. I would say. I would say that's how you have to look at your spinning slash.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Once you're behind, and even if it's close, because you don't want to have to flash.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
And I guess that comes from like comparing what your champion kit is versus the enemy champion kit. So if they're more mobile than you, you really got to use that dash like very intelligently. Like the aggressive E has to be really thought out. It can't just be like a reaction or an instinct. Oh, I need that CS. It has to be worth it. Because otherwise you get punished and you're about to give her another 300 gold, all because of the spinning slash. That's the only reason you die here, is the spinning slash.
Okay.
Well, sorry, the spinning slash isn't the reason you die, but the spinning slash and then you walk back in. Yeah.
Yep.
Because this wave's fucked, right? Like if you don't walk back in. So you've almost doomed yourself with the spinning slash because you're away, now you have no getaway, and now this wave is slow pushing into her. So it's it's the worst thing for a top lane. Like it sucks. This is the worst feeling as a top laner when you know you did like a little thing and now you're just gonna get punished for it. Yeah, and
I got a really
just
bad habit for trying to dodge things as well. Like I'm no good at dodging shit either.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can just use that E to try and dodge her stun. But I mean, you dodged her first stun here, at least. I think it was all here.
Yeah, at the very start.
The great thing is she isn't freezing. This is like your one saving grace here. You're at least staying like relatively close in CS. But this lane, like you're 0-2 in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's not
yeah,
good.
it's
really
pretty
bad.
tough.
Yeah.
So now it's all just about
GG for my lane.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to look at it like that because it's now just like, okay, how can we stop the bleeding? Like you're just trying to get little wins to reduce how much she has a lead.
Yeah, okay.
Because she's 1k ahead. Like it's not the end of the world, and your team's doing okay. Your team's only 800 gold behind. I know you're not thinking that at this time, but it's good to like rationalize it across the map. Like at least all 3 lanes aren't 0-2.
Yep,
So it's like, yes, I'm losing my lane, and yes, I'm playing bad, but hey, it's not doomed yet.
Yep, no, 100%.
Yeah, because otherwise, then you just get in that spiral of, you know, I can't do anything, my lane's lost, like we're fucked.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's sort of how I felt.
Yeah.
Not right at this stage, but I think a couple more deaths later, I'm like, yeah, this is just bad.
And look at what this wave's doing again. It's what happens in top lane. Whenever you die on the slow push, the Irelia either has the luxury of freezing it here, so you come back to lane and you're in the same spot, or she just bounces the wave. It's basically called bouncing, and now she's got the slow push coming back to her. So it's like she's just getting the kill, getting the perfect wave bounce, and then coming back, and it's just deja vu. These first 2 deaths have been basically the same, and the third death could be very much a similar situation if we look at it.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
But there's nothing you can do at this point, really, other than just push it in. Like, because we've gotten ourselves into the hole or the bad place from our actions earlier. So right now, there's no, like, God perfect play that you can do here because we're in a shit situation because of previous actions, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Which is really shitty because it feels even worse because you're like, fuck, now I'm in another bad situation, but it's actually because of that first bad situation that you got in. And it's just that, like, that compounding effect, that snowball of just bad, 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 bad.
Yep, definitely.
Let's look at this. All right, tell me when you make the first mistake in this next trade.
That right there.
Yeah, that spin. What are we trying to do with that?
I'm pretty sure I was actually supposed to try and spin out of it, back to the turret,
Okay.
but for whatever
Okay, so
reason
it's
I
a bit of
did
a
that.
misclick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's
I also
okay.
thought I was level 6 that fight as well.
Yeah. Kind of snuck up on you, particularly because you only just hit 5. But because she's gotten
Yeah.
those 2 kills and she's bounced 2 waves off your turret, you are
Yeah,
quite a bit of
she's
XP. Yeah.
yeah. I'm pretty sure she just kills me again here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you can't do anything here. I mean, fucking close, though.
Yeah, that's when I thought I was 6.
Yeah.
And I was angry because I'm like, if I was 6, then I would have
Jeez.
killed her.
Yeah. That's
Because I
not
got some
bad.
lucky crits that fight.
That's also no bone plating there. Yeah, no, she gets the plating, and then that whole bounce is going to happen again. And Kane can't even help you. Like, there's no one really that can help you. Like, that's the sad thing here. Is just there's
Yeah, because
nothing
if
that can
anything,
be.
she'll 1v2.
Yeah, it's that first death, and now we're dealing with the consequences of everything after that.
Yep, definitely.
To be honest, I think this lane's just going to be shit because of the, like, what's already happened. Is there anything in this game that you want to look at before? Let's go to another early game, and
No,
let's
it's pretty much just that. Like that first time that I
yeah
died pretty much screwed it over for me. That's a bad thing I've realized with top lane. Like just one mistake really
yeah.
just
It's
ruins it.
so punishing.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Yeah, no, we can look at another game
and
if you
that
want.
that thing where she's bouncing the wave, that will happen every time you die. Like that top wave will be able to do that every single time. And
Yeah,
so
okay.
it's like
Yep.
top lane, it's so easy to. That's why it's so easy to snowball as a top laner. Because if you get that first kill, you can just keep bouncing. And you have the option to freeze, bounce the wave, or take a plate every time you kill the enemy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I honestly think this would have been prevented if you just treat your E as like a really valuable resource. Particularly when you don't have flash. You gotta treat your E like it's like a flash almost. Because it's
Okay.
literally
Yep.
your only way to get out, and save yourself. And if you don't
Okay.
have it,
Yep.
you're basically very vulnerable. So Jarvan top's a little weird, but I guess they're doing it.
I've never versed it before, so it's
Yeah,
my first time versing it.
cool. Okay, so you went Doran Shield this time, but not
Yes.
against the Irelia. Is there a reason for that?
Uh,
Was it what the
it was,
what the sheet said?
yeah, it was just what the sheet said. But to be
Okay,
honest, I'll probably just go Dorian Shield from now on. I think it's just the safest option.
I think it is, honestly.
And why I'm learning,
Yeah,
it should be that.
I agree. I also think the TP's that extra crutch you can start doing if you want. Um,
Okay.
if you want, I'd suggest trying it out, particularly because you've got an early death problem and you've got a really early game problem, and teleport
Yeah.
really helps
Okay.
it.
Yeah, definitely. No,
Cool.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm pretty sure this one I play pretty aggro as well because I can feel that I'm sort of stronger than him.
Yeah. Nice. These are good timers you're playing around. Nice. This matchup's also a lot easier because he's not as mobile as the Irelia. He's only got that one dash as well.
Yeah, definitely. But I play aggro here just because otherwise I just feel like I'm gonna get poked out with his ability.
Yeah.
That he can just keep putting on me.
All right. What do you think I'm about to talk about? I just rewinded this 15 seconds. What's the next event that happens in this lane?
The wave. How the wave is.
Yeah, what else? Like, what's the you and Jarvan? What's like the next little spike for you or Jarvan?
Level 2.
Yeah, let's watch what you do at level 2. So this is really good. Love this. You're even creep blocking him a little bit, and you get a really good trade. And he can't. You're making him cancel. He's panic canceling auto attacks as well.
Yeah,
Now
wait,
this. Let's look at this. Look at your XP, right? Now look at him and look at how many minions he has left. He's not even close to level 2 yet. So I want to see you killing this minion. I want to see, one, you go now. Like, there's no moving backwards here now. But two, I want to see you visibly thinking about getting level 2 first, and I want your positioning to reflect it.
Okay.
So you should be thinking right now, like, look, this wave basically means I'm getting level 2 first. Like, it's not even, like, it's like a simple visual. It's like, I've got more creeps than he does. I'm getting level 2 first, is basically what it says.
Okay, yep.
So this trade, love this trade. That's really good. But here, look how far back we are when we know we're hitting 2 first, and he has no getaway. He's only got his Q. We know his ability. We know that old mate jungler isn't anywhere near us because we've just spotted him over here.
Okay.
So level 2, you just need to be aggressive. And it's kind of shitty, right? Because it's like some lanes you're not going to get the level 2 first, and so the aggression, you're going to get punished for it. Kind of like in that Irelia lane. But here, where you've had a really awesome trade, and you've almost like tested the waters on the Jarvan, and like you said, you're like, I was feeling like this Jarvan wasn't that good, or I was playing super aggressive because I feel like I could capitalize on it. And you can literally feel a player's skill by these first few trades. Like, he missed like 2 or 3 auto attacks where he could have made the trade even, and these little things, like, use them as indicators to go, okay, well, maybe, you know, I'm the new top laner, right? I'm always losing, but hey, maybe I'm actually better than this guy. Maybe he doesn't play Jarvan. Maybe he got auto-filled.
Okay.
And you can start identifying little bits of information and going, okay, well, I'm going to get level 2 first. This guy's not very good. I've got Ignite. He's got TP Flash. Let's do something level 2. So what I want to see is you up here. I'd want to see you up here, 1, to stop him from CSing, and 2, because you want to close this gap between him for level 2.
Okay.
Whereas, look what you do as soon as you hit level 2. We walk backwards. Like, just out of habit, I think. You're not even thinking.
Yeah, definitely.
And you've got Spinning Slash this whole time. He's level 1. Like, jump in. He either flashes out and you now have the lane for yourself, or you just get a really good trade and potentially a kill on him. Instead, he's allowed to now hit level 2. Well. Yeah, so that's good. That's fine, but that should have been done like almost 10 seconds earlier, right?
Okay, yep.
So you did the right thing, just a little bit too late. So that's the next, I guess this is the next big one about this is make sure you're not going to hit level 2 first every time, but when you know you're going to hit level 2 first, let's try and use it. Let's just limit test it a little bit. Like, let's just go in as soon as we hit that level 2 first. I don't think there's a it's like one of the it's a really big power spike that Irelia used to kill you.
Okay.
She used it quite well. I mean, she missed her stun, but she had the bone plating to back it up. It's what you can use a lot of the time as a top laner, as a really good way to get yourself snowballing consistently. Because the level 2, you can orchestrate the level 2. Because it's only you and the enemy top laner. Jungler is almost never involved in the top lane level 2.
Okay.
So it means it's
sort of started fresh.
Yeah, and it's replicatable. You can attack at the same like, you can do so many things, like picture perfect up until level 2. Like, there's no variables except for you hitting minions and thinking about the XP. Like, it's really in your control, this power spike, and it can lead to massive differences if we're actively thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the big thing I'm seeing so far is like, let's make sure if we're going to hit level 2 first, 1, we know about it, so we're counting minions, and 2, we use that level 2, particularly when you've got a nice little lead.
Okay, definitely.
Because now this lane's boring again because it's under turret, and now we got to wait, and Eve's probably topside now. So we're now getting into a danger zone of, okay, well maybe we're gonna hit level 3 first, but that trade's gonna be super risky because if I engage, this wave's probably gonna end up here. So now again, I've got this long lane, and I haven't really capitalized on getting level 2 first, and now Eve's topside.
Okay.
So now we've lost the window of opportunity for maybe like the next minute 30, 2 minutes, depending what happens.
Alright, sweet.
Cool. Let's avoid the little random auto attacks as well, particularly when you're in the long lane. Do you know what I mean when I say long lane? Like,
Yeah, like
yeah,
the top line.
yeah, and more just because like I should. It's probably not the best way to describe, but like when the wave's here, you've got a really long lane for yourself to get away. But Jarvan's super safe. Like Jarvan here, it's like it's so nice for him because he can just chill out. And Eve's coming topside, yeah, and he can just do like he's now in a position of power almost when he shouldn't be. So I don't want to see these random order, like I don't want to see that. Just use the S button and just sit there.
Okay.
The other thing is like be an alpha. Like Eve's not level 3 yet. Like we know because it's 244 and she's not the fastest clearer. So be the alpha and like sit here and start making him work for CS. Like, oh, you want to get that CS? Okay, well you're gonna have to fucking work for it. Like I'm gonna E into you. Like use your Q to farm minions. Okay, I'll just jump you. I've got ignite.
Right, okay.
Let's do it. Like let's punish him. Little things like that. But now we're in trouble because let's see what Eve's going to do. Skarner's also a little bit behind Eve. But I don't mind that. I mean, basically every trade you take here is going to be pretty good. As long as he's used his Q. Okay, let's see what you do here. Do you know if you go here or stay?
I'm pretty sure I'd go to Eve.
Good, good. Yep, take Kata and then leave. Cool.
I'm pretty sure I'll ward it first, just so I know where he is.
Good. We got to watch for this trade. Yep, good.
And
that's good discipline.
Yeah,
really good discipline. Perfect. And you see Eve walk away. That's a really good setup. You protect your jungler as well. Good job. Yep. You can recall here. If you want. Or you can help scuttle. Yep, that's even better. Make sure you've got prio for it. Perfect. That's a really good habit. That's a really good top lane habit. You probably might have picked it up from being a supporter jungle, but...
Yeah, that's it. And sometimes you might even notice I ping dragons as well.
Yeah, that's good. I love that. Dragons. That's what I do as well, because I play a lot of jungle, and when I go out of jungle, I'm very jungle focused. And it's so good for the jungler. Like, you know, when you're a jungler and you have someone help, like, understanding it, it's so good.
That's funny, because that's actually what got me into gold by myself. Playing jungle was just getting every dragon, every reach.
Yeah.
And it pretty much won me the game every time.
Mm-hmm. It's a really controllable win con. It's the most controllable win con for a jungler when you think about it. Ganking isn't consistent. Like, if you've got bad laners, ganking can go horrible. But...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
The objective is very mathematical. It's like, do I have prio? Do I know where the enemy jungler is? Can I kill the dragon? Like, it's very formulaic. Whereas the gank is like, sure, I can set up the gank as a formula, but I'm now introducing the variable of my teammate that, you know, might just be absolutely dog shit. So it's really smart that you use those win cons as a jungler.
Even now as a top lane, I try and get Rift whenever I'm a slightly ahead as well.
Yeah. Cool. And you allowed this Skarner to get this little invade there, which is great. For him.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Alright, what's this wave doing? And why?
The wave is pushing to his turret. Oh no, it's pushing to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pushing to me because there's just more minions.
Do we like that?
Well, yes, because it forces him to push up to me, and then I can kill him.
And it gives you the runway, the kill lane. Like, you get, if it comes here, you get all this time to kill this motherfucker. So it's like, it's perfect. And this is the second thing you do with the hitting level 2 first, is basically what Irelia was doing to you while killing you. You can do the same thing, but staying alive if you're ahead. So what you just did is bounce the wave, and now it's coming back. Like, this is basically you after you died to Irelia the first time. This is basically the same wave situation as that. So whether you get the kill or you're just the alpha in lane, you can still get the bounce that fucks him up a little bit. He's CSing better than you, and there was a little scuffle where you kind of had to help Skarner a little bit, and you missed the cannon. That's okay. But now this wave's in a really cool spot for you. So I want to see how this plays out. Whether he's actually disciplined and resets, or what happens. Cool. I also want to see, as soon as he uses Q, look at the vision, right? You're very safe from Eve right now. So I want to, see, as soon as he uses Q, he's got no getaway except for his flash. Similar like how Irelia was playing against you. As soon as you use your E, she just jumps in. Because she's like, well, I can just run you down now. Even though the lane's not long, you can now, again, make him, like, you can probably make him miss this kata if you're aggressive enough and apply enough pressure. He'll have to use his E or something to try and get this. And you can actually push him very far off it. But instead, see, you're just conceding that. You're like, oh, you can actually come up here and auto-attack this catapult for free. He missed it. But basically, that's what you're saying to him. You're like giving him permission to do what he wants in this lane when he shouldn't.
Just let him free farm.
Yeah.
And that's also let him hit level 5 before me as well.
Yeah. And now this wave's almost too big to trade. Yeah, you want to try and start whittling this wave down a little bit because otherwise it's going to hard crash. So I'd start now auto-attacking. Remember, use the E as a resource. Don't use it just as this random thing, right?
Okay.
Like, never use your E. Like, I can't even think of a reason for that E.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah. Like, make sure that you're always using it valuably.
Yeah, that's
it. Because technically, he could EQ you now and go for a trade if he wanted. That's what I'd do if I was Jarvan. Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, I should be like order him and then EOA.
So why I want you to thin this wave out is because if this wave's... So I just want you to be spamming auto attacks now because all you need for... Do you know how many minions basically you need for like a slow push into you?
No, not really. I don't really know how all the wave management works, but is it just sort of one extra minion and then it will slowly push into me?
Basically, it's like it will slow push as long as they've got one extra minion, but generally you want at least like... You want the easiest way to look at it is casters because they're the last ones to die. So realistically, you never want the enemy wave to have like more than you basically want it to have about 3 caster minions more than you have, if that makes sense. Okay. So right now it's too much for what you want to do. Like, this is okay because it means it's forcing you've got easy CS here. But it also means that because there's too many. If you try and trade with Jarvan now, you're basically 2v1ing because you're versing the minions as well now. So what you want to be doing here is, you want the wave to be slow pushing you because you get the kill lane then. But you want to be whittling away and chipping away at this so it doesn't crash into your wave with like 8 minions. Because 1, we know you're not the best CSer, and 2, if you're CSing under turret, it's harder.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you don't get to kill him because you're CSing. Yeah. And so now we can basically assume Eve's not coming top again for the next minute 30 because she just cleared from bot to top, so she's probably going to do the exact same thing again.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
And because of this lane, like... That's... Okay. Alright. Watch this. Right, why don't I like this? Do you like it, firstly?
No.
Yeah.
So looking at it now, I don't like it because he's got so much more health than me, and I've also got no fury, so I'm not going to be doing maximum damage.
Yeah. And notice
what... moment...
Yeah, keep going.
I think I just sort of eat in at the moment thinking just to try and get off a good trade, but really it sort of screwed me a little bit now.
Yeah.
Now I have to play super safe or I'm dead.
And I think this is a habit you're doing in every single game you play as Trynd. You're not valuing your E. Irelia, you didn't value your E. This game, you're not valuing your E either. or using it right. Maybe you are valuing it, but only as like an aggression tool. But it's actually a defensive tool as well.
Yep. No, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Just look at all these fucking casters attacking you as well. The initial trade was okay. Like, you know, getting hit by the EQ was a little bit shitty, but you had bone plating, so it mitigated a lot. But everything after you get hit by the EQ was terrible there because of these minions. But again, this situation's preventable if we knew to, like, cull this wave a bit. But we know that now. Because now all of a sudden he's got the fucking front foot in this lane. You're like, what the fuck? I was dominating this guy. What happened? And it's purely the wave. He hasn't become a better player. You haven't become a worse player. It's just pure math at this point because he's got fucking, what is that, like 8 caster minions that are all doing 26 damage. So if 8 casters, 8 times 26, it's like, yeah, sure, you got a bit of armor, but it's like these guys are fucking slapping you and slapping your minions. So it's now like purely on the wave, you're now losing this lane just based on that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't really look at it like that. So now I pay a bit more attention to how many casters and all that are in the wave.
It's the rule of 3. The 3 is easiest to look at. You don't really need to care until it gets to like more than 3 is a good way to look at it. It's like, okay, well now I really got to be thinking, am I okay with 8 caster like how can I start whittling down this wave? And it will start with killing the melees and then going up to the casters. Don't go to the casters straight away because then you're in a more vulnerable position. Just like still work your way from forward to backwards through the wave, but just make sure you're starting to actively cull. Yeah. Yep, because now this is basically what we almost foresaw, is if this wave gets too bad, like we know, one, you're not the best CSer at the moment because you're learning the lane, you're learning the champ. Like, yeah, sure, you've been playing the game for ages, but it still takes a bit of practice. And 2, it's under turret, so it's tough to do. Again, the E now, like, do you notice what that E just did to all these minions?
Yeah, that was really bad,
Yeah. So
and
these...
I know better as well.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as you see it, you know it. Yeah. Like most people would as well. So it's just, it's really good to watch it back and see it because it's like, it's almost embarrassing, but it because it's embarrassing, it'll probably make you like really focus on it because you're like, I know I don't play this badly. Like, I know this isn't, like, I know I'm doing something, like, I know this is dumb, but watching yourself do it, it's a really good way to learn.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think I was just really tilted today. I probably should have taken a break realistically because I played shocking all day.
Yeah, this, I think you got like 3. Or something like that.
And usually I don't do too bad because I wait perfectly until I can last hit it under turret. And if I got a bit of fury, Trin's pretty easy to hit minions under turret as well.
Exactly. And you can even proc your tempo off Jarvan and then just spam the minions with your tempo. So who's this kind of the first 6 minutes now? Who's it favored the most? Like, who's coming out a bit ahead on this right now?
Jarvan. 100%.
Yeah. But he wasn't for the whole thing, right? Yeah.
So I just got to learn to keep that lead.
Yeah.
Just keep slowly pushing forward until I've just gotten myself so far ahead.
Yeah. And where was the first moment of establishing that lead and using it in this game?
Back at level 2.
Exactly. All of this, again, like last game, it's a series of events that have happened because of that level 2. The lack of aggression there. The whole game dynamic changes based on what you do when you hit that level 2 first. And then the second most impactful thing is the managing the wave. So like the first impact is that level 2 first, and then it's like, okay, I missed that opportunity, but I've still got this opportunity now to have a kill lane. But then we missed that opportunity as well. So it's like, fuck, we've missed 2 opportunities in 6 minutes. One, you probably didn't even see them as opportunities when you were playing this game. But when I look at it, I'm like, okay, you've missed 2 opportunities where you could have established a lead or won this lane. Basically like what Irelia did to you. She used the opportunity. So it's like some people could be like, oh, I'm doing nothing wrong in this lane. Like I'm up 2 minions. Sure, Jarvan got a free back, but it's like, oh, that's okay. Or they're like, oh, this is a pretty uneventful lane. Not much is happening. But in reality, there were two like really cool kill opportunities, that could happen.
Yeah, no, hundred
Yeah,
percent. Definitely, if I fix the wave management
yeah.
issue,
It also helps
just the
with your
way I use
CS.
my A,
Yeah.
I think I'll do a lot better.
And when you start thinking about waves better, you start consciously thinking about your last hits more. I'm watching your last hit, like even under turret, you've got some really like weird attack patterns, and I'm not sure if it's tilt or if it's autopilot or something, but generally what you want to do if there's casters and your turret's attacking them is the turret will attack it once, you just auto attack it. Then you sit there. You just press the S button, wait for the next turret auto attack, then you kill the next minion. Whereas you were like walking around, you attacked a minion that was full health before the turret attacked it. You did this E that slashed through 3 casters. And it's just really like a logical farming. But when you start thinking about the wave management, you then start thinking about, okay, well, how do I get that wave to the state I want it? Oh, I need to do this. I need to last hit, or I need to start auto attacking. And then you're making wave management and CSing like a active thinking activity that like stops you from autopiloting and stops that next dumb event happening or that next 10 CS missed.
Okay, yep.
Because theoretically, you could have perfect CS right now. I'm not sure what it would be. I think it would be about 55 to 60 minions right now. You've missed like 20 CS. And you've had an opportunity to get every single one. It's not like Jarvan's been zoning you. There's been no one stopping you from getting every CS in the first 6 minutes of this game. If you think about it, right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, if anything, I could have gotten perfect CS and a kill.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really good way to think of it. Cool.
Yeah, then I'd be pretty far ahead as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then everything gets easier when we're ahead. So we almost sweat early game to make our mid game, late game easier. Like we almost try that little bit harder, think that little bit harder, so that the rest of the game gets easier. Because if we have a really good early game, that means we're probably going to have a good mid game. Because it's like, we're now just translating that lead to the next phase of the game. Particularly as a scaling and a snowball champ like Trynd, it's amazing. If you can get an early game, like a good early game, it just makes your whole life easy.
Yeah, no, it does.
I'd probably reset here, but I mean you've just got 1,500 gold. I would have done this 10. Yeah, you can't now. It's kind of too late. Yeah, I would have reset there. Just because of this gold, you want to spend it, and right now so theoretically you're actually behind right now because he's been able to purchase his items. So like, yes, you could still beat him here, but I see what you're doing here. Okay. Okay. Cool. What could we have done with this fight a little bit differently?
Probably just walk straight up to him.
Yeah, exactly. Valuing the E. If this was like a Teemo, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, just fucking E in because he's got no dash. But if it's any enemy with a dash, a jump, some kind of gap closer or gap creator, the E in first just means they can use their gap closer out, and then it's not a good trade. It's just like a neutral trade, which you don't want. Whereas if you don't E first, you now get the choice of, well, I just run you down and use my E a little bit later, or I just zone you off the minions, and I'm now in this really cool spot again where I'm the alpha again. There was 3 minutes where I stopped being the alpha because of a bit of shitty wave management, but now I've got another opportunity. Let's take it. Let's now zone him off the CS. Because what's a level 6 Jarvan going to do against a level 6 Trynd if you're sitting in this bush and he's like hovering here trying to like skimp CS in an even lane, like an even pushing lane? He's fucked. Like, he can't, there's no way. If he Qs here, you just E in because he's now used his Q. If he E's, you jump in. And then you've got this massive control. Oh no, did it freeze? Oh man.
That's alright.
It froze. Let's restart this. We're at 7:10. Oh, where was the game again? Was it the 7 and 8?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that one.
Yeah. Alright, we're up to 7 minutes 10. Is this like how's it going so far? Sorry, I get very into it and then I forget to like take a step back.
No, that's good. Like, yeah, I'm sort of seeing the real little mistakes that I'm doing, even though they're sort of little. They're making me behind slowly.
Yeah.
Whereas if I don't make these mistakes, I can just push my lead.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's all pretty realistic, right? It's not like you have to be playing perfectly. You just have to be thinking.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just strategic. Cool. I like this aggression. I mean,
Yeah, then it goes to a bit shit from here because then I get kited.
oh, the flashy's unlucky. Yeah. That's a slight misuse of your skills as well. All right, let me just. All right, what can we do to make this bush, this bush play that's about to happen? What happens to Jarvan right now? What's happened to Jarvan?
He's gone out of vision.
Yeah. How do we prevent that?
I could ward it.
Yeah, as you're walking in, you ward.
Okay.
Do you also use attack move?
Yeah, I should probably just walk up and try and auto him.
Yeah. Do you know what attack moving on a brush does?
No.
So as soon as you get the vision, you attack the thing in the bush. So
Okay.
so what it does is it avoids one extra misclick because your champion will start automatically piloting to the thing that's in the bush.
Okay.
And it's a really good way because watch what kind of happens. So the flash is okay. One, I would have warded first before the flash just to see what I'm jumping into. Obviously we kind of knew his health, but he could have been like over here. He could have like been hugging here.
Yeah, I get you.
And then this is just slow reaction time. Like he's moved. So you're not playing on big ping or anything like that, are you?
Nah, I think 35.
Yeah. So that's just a pure bit of like maybe like a tilt reaction time or something like that.
Yeah.
But the good thing is he didn't get the kill at least. So it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Eve's obviously going to help him push out. And now he's got this TP so he can like create a macro advantage if he's smart. If I was Jarvan, I wouldn't greed for that. I'd actually back and try and kill them, but... Okay. What is Jarvan doing here? Okay, you don't go for the kill on him. Interesting. Why didn't you think about chasing him there? You just wanted to see us?
Yeah, pretty sure I just wanted to see us and try and get...
I guess you don't have boots either. Yeah, that makes sense. On the buy. Yeah. Don't mind that. Cool. Yeah, so he's got a little 500 gold lead. It's okay. Cool. Your team's doing well though, right? Like
Yeah,
every
my
lane's
team-
winning but you basically.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
really
pretty
good.
much.
Alright. Let's look at this wave. What could we do with this wave? What are the
probably
options?
Shove it straight into the turret. So he starts missing stuff.
Yeah. And what does it allow you to do once you shove it?
Just reset it.
Yeah.
And it starts coming back to me.
What does it allow you to do as a champion?
I can either start roaming.
Yeah.
Maybe set up some vision in that.
Yeah, you get all the options, right? Because you don't have to look at your lane for the like next 15 seconds. So it's like, I can go kill Scuttle, I can go soak mid farm, maybe. Like you could maybe take two waves of minions here because you've pushed this one in, Then you go, oh, my Zed's bot lane and he's 50% health. Okay, I'm going to hard shove this and immediately rotate to mid because I know he can't really survive the mid lane. And now all of a sudden you make up for this CS deficit that you, did something wrong with it in the first 7 minutes, and now you get two waves of CS. It just gives you options. Maybe that's not the actual play that you go with, but it gives you the option to do it. And particularly because you've got 4 bot, I immediately think, oh, your team might try and go for a dragon here. And because Jarvan's got TP, let's hard shove this and make sure that even if he TPs, he's either losing minions here or he's losing this fight here because you're already there with your team. But now you lose the macro because we're just like hovering here. And now this dragon becomes really dangerous because Zed's backed, you don't have TP. I guess your team gets away with it, which is good. I don't know why their team doesn't collapse, but okay. Interesting. Alright, your team gets dragged. Good. I don't like this war. Why do you think I don't like it?
Probably just because Eve can just sort of walk right around it, or
yeah, she's invis.
Yeah.
What's another option for this ward?
Pink ward.
Placement of your yellow trinket. What's a better spot? Knowing Eve.
Maybe right near her golems.
Yeah, because she has to go out of invis to kill stuff, right? So if you have it here, you now get her, and then you see her come, and by the time she's invis, you're like, oh, okay, well, I can't see her anymore, but she just did golem. She's coming into this tribush. She's going to gank me. And this ward's still good, right? Because you'll see her, but that gives you about 10 extra seconds,
I get you.
which is a really important point. Cool. We're in a bit of danger here now, right? Let's see what happens. Maybe Eve doesn't come. That Eve again. If Eve's like thinking about a gank here, you could have been dead there.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Okay, Skarner's here. Let's see. Nice. Skarner shouldn't have fished. Skarner should have gone through Tribush. Over. What can we do with this wave?
Just let it push into me.
Yeah. Look what you've just stopped it happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. We've identified it. Cool. It also allows you to do that trade window on repeat. Notice how you've done it twice in like the last 20 seconds. If you freeze the wave, you can now you can literally sit where you are right now, like after Skarner goes. You can either sit in that bush or sit here because you've got this pink ward. And Eve can't do shit, and Jarvan can't do shit, and you just keep doing that trade whenever he comes up for CS.
Okay.
But instead, we then lose the opportunity because we start last hitting, of course. But we're attacking minions that aren't actually going to die. Yeah, and I guess you're trying to get, you're trying to make sure you've got Rifts Pro, which I think is a good thing as well. But you can also get Rift Prio. Nice. This is fine. Good. I just want to watch. Good. Nice. Good job.
Yeah, because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to catch him, so I didn't want to greet it. I'd rather secure 1 kill instead of greet it for...
Yeah. Well, if you guys just push this in as a team, you then get Rift and... Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see this play out. I want Skarner to do Rift here. Okay. I'd want to help him with Rift here.
I think there's a chance... Oh, no. I thought actually there was a chance that I recall and
Let's see
I
what he
stopped my
might get
recall
away
and
with it, which probably even makes you think nothing wrong with the recall. But fundamentally, I think helping the Skarner there, particularly because he helped you, it's like a nice thing to do, particularly that as a jungler,
yeah,
junglers
definitely.
appreciate. But and he's even repeat ganking. That's nice. All right, let's see this play out. Cool. He's dead. Yeah, no matter what. Cool. Save your E. Good. Perfect. Nice. Should be first turret.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. Oh, that's what
That was
was
probably a bit bad there as well with that E, don't you think?
Yeah, it doesn't matter though because there's nothing happening, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah. So like there's no one here, so the E's okay. Like you can E wherever you want when there's no competition. Cuz Jarvan's still dead, right?
Yeah, here he is.
Yeah.
Well, he
So
was. I think he just came up like maybe a second or so.
yeah. So it's okay to do whatever. Cool. Yep, this is good back. I even like the idea of going mid here. I know you've got 1500 gold, but I kind of like the idea of this wave's pushed in. Skarna's just helped me. How can I like pass on the favor? I
Okay.
like the idea of looking just for a mid lane play here, even if it's not much. Um, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Oh, are you looking for it? Good. Nice. You even initiated it. Okay, nice pings. This is really good. This is exactly what I wanted to see you do here. Cool. Let's save the E. Okay, cool. She runs the other way. Let's go back. Why do I? Why do I want to rewatch this?
Pretty sure because I ate past her.
Yeah. Don't E unless we have to, right?
Okay.
Like where she what options has she got here? She just altered, which basically means she's going to try and fight this. Like she's just going to fight to the death. Um
Yeah, so I should just be holding on to that A as soon
yeah.
as
Yeah,
possible.
you should be
So
holding
she
this on
just
because you don't know where she's going yet. She can still go here. She could even go here and flash over, or she could go into you guys. But until you
okay.
see her move, you shouldn't be using your gap closer because you don't know where she's
Okay.
going. Because what this gap closer does now is Zed's out. I mean, you guys might still get the kill. Okay, you still get the kill. It doesn't matter. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you still get the kill, I guess. But I think instead of that being a 1-for-1, it's like a 1-for-none, potentially like a 2-for-0.
Yeah, I
Just
get
off
you.
the E. Yeah. Cool.
And if I could, what if I maybe saved that E, it might have done a bit of extra damage going into and get an extra few autos off, and maybe Zeke could be alive.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe your E's up to kill Eve, or like chase her down with Skarner. You know.
Yeah, I get you.
So game one, let's start with the Irelia one. What did we learn?
It's the E. Pretty much just wasting my E.
Yep.
If I don't waste it, and the wave management as well. I
Yep.
think if I just pay a little bit more attention to the wave and how I use my E, I might actually come out a lot better because I can tell now with the wave management, stuffing that up and then stuffing the E up, I just open myself up for getting killed.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
if I can fix that, I might be able to win my lane a lot more.
Perfect. What else?
Um, tr- Not to always just use my E to engage in on them. Try and use my W um more
Yep.
first, and then once they're slowed, then I can E onto them. Or if they're just slowed, I can walk up and auto attack them. And if they flash, then I can E to close the gap.
Perfect.
Um,
What else?
I should probably team fight more as well, like a fair bit more actually. Especially like with that when I got the Herald, because I just sort of wasted that. I should have just gone with the team and just stay with them for a bit, and we might have been able to clean up a few more and sort of keep the lead. Or the other option is just be more smarter with the Herald.
Yeah.
So when the dragon was up, then I could just push that lead even further, get the turret, get the inhib, and if I don't see anyone, we can maybe go for one of the turrets that are with the Nexus and just back away and survive.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, so there's just heaps of little things that I've picked up now, but I just got to really pay attention to it and try not to make those mistakes.
Agreed. Laning phase with Jarvan. What did you learn?
Level 2. As soon as I hit level 2 first, I should have just gone in on him, but I also should have been playing up a little bit more because I was stronger. I should have been up there and just punishing him when he was going for minions. And me not doing that, let him slowly regenerate his health, and then sort of just start not shitting on me, but he could make trades with me. Whereas if I just killed him, I probably could have also avoided that Eve and
Yeah.
Jarvan fight.
Yeah. And even if
Because
you
it could
don't
have
kill
just
him, you're
been Eve.
zoning him from resources, which
Yep,
not
definitely.
only puts him behind, but it also tilts the fuck out of. Like, if you get zoned in top lane, it's fucking tilting. Like, if the enemy sits there and it, like, even, I don't know if you have shortcuts, but to get into their head, like, fucking spam, like, your laughter or something. Like, get in their head. Like, play a bit of mind games with your opponent.
Yep, yep.
Maybe you're
No,
not that kind of person, but like it's fucking crazy what you can do to people's minds when you're like zoning them and then you're just adding a little bit of BM. Like you'll either
yep,
make
no,
them do
definitely.
something stupid or exactly what you want. Like maybe the Jarvan just tilts and jumps in, or you're just
Yeah,
like
definitely.
slowly getting them angrier and angrier, and then they start making really bad choices. So I touched upon it a bit of like you quickly identified that the Jarvan wasn't that good. Like you
Yep.
said it before I even said anything. And then we started looking at it and we're like, holy fuck, this Jarvan is doing all this shit wrong. But because you're not punishing him for it, and maybe it's because it's like your playstyle, you don't have a big risk appetite in the early game because you're used to getting beaten. Maybe it's just because you're like, what the fuck, Jarvan top? I've never versed that before. There could have been a variety. Maybe you were just a bit tilted. Maybe you were tired. But you understood that he was like a bad player, yet we didn't do anything to capitalize on that win
Yeah,
condition. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a bad player is a win condition. Like if you're versing a bad person, that is a win condition in itself. That's like not inherent in like matchups. It's just
Yeah,
purely
yep.
you're better than that person. Therefore, that's a win condition. If that makes
Yeah, yeah,
sense.
no, 100%. Like if I capitalized on that
Yeah.
level 2, I reckon I probably could have killed him because I had full fury,
Yeah.
and I had ignite, and if I got like a couple of good crits and the ignite, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
And then I just would have known just to push it in and then go back to base, and then I would have brought, and then um, I think Eve probably would have just been there by herself, so she might have just not come top and gone bottom. So then
Yeah.
I could just get the chance of killing the Jarvan again.
Yeah. Do what Irelia did to you. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much just keep punishing him for stuffing up.
And then also all these macro changes. You changed the entire destiny of this game with this first 15 minutes. Like, yes, you got a 1k gold lead, but it was easily 2k. Like, generally, if you're getting a 1k gold lead, it's you're leaving money on the table, like, generally. Because if you're at 1k gold ahead, you can generally push that harder. Like, if that makes
Yeah, no,
sense.
I get ya. No, hundred
Um,
percent.
and it changes every single. Like, I think there were five macro bad misplays that your whole team made, but you had five chances. Maybe if you were 2k ahead, you get six chances, or you get seven chances, or maybe the enemy doesn't gets one less chance to kill you guys because you're instead of being 6-1, you're like 10-1, and Jarvan's like 0-2 and he's left the game, like 0-8 and he's left the game or something, or he's now just so tilted that he's doing dumb shit. I'm refusing
Yeah,
to
yep,
group.
yep.
Um,
Yeah, like I even think like maybe later on that I could have punished them so early from
yeah.
the beginning that I probably wouldn't have ran into any of those mistakes later on. Like I could probably 1v2, 1v3 if I play it out right, if I'm just so far ahead.
Exactly. And that's why like those macro moments were like tough to look at because it's like Well, a lot of these were avoidable if that early game was just a little
Yeah,
bit more
definitely.
effective.
Yeah,
Um,
that's also why I
yeah,
still think I'm like a fairly like goldish player as well because I'm making these stupid little mistakes that if I didn't make them, I probably
yeah.
wouldn't be where I am.
Well, and the beautiful thing about gold is if you're the Jarvan, the game's still winnable. Like, so if the shoe's on the other foot, it's like, well, the game's still fucking winnable because it is gold and teams do make a lot of mistakes. So it's like, also, it's
Yep.
good for when you're losing as well because it's like, well, fuck, we still have a chance. It's solo queue. Anything could happen here.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I get you.
so it
Yep.
is good. And it'll happen like it'll still like people still throw like people still throw. It's just less and less. Like
Yeah,
instead of
yeah, I
getting
get you.
6 chances, you get like 4 chances.
Yep.
It's
No,
just let
100%.
people are humans. We're all making mistakes all the time.
Yep,
But
definitely.
yeah, so it's not like gold and diamond are a completely different world. I would say like diamond challenge is a completely different world. Diamond maybe like I don't know, diamond bronze is probably a completely different world, but it's like
Yeah, yeah,
diamond and
100%.
gold,
Yeah.
like you're starting to see trends. Like there's gold players that are like, oh, they're actually pretty good. Like you could chuck them into some diamond games and they could probably hold their own on their best champion, um, playing untilted and just, playing like they probably wouldn't win, but they'd do okay. Like it's not like
Yeah, I
it's
get you.
an entirely different game. You're not going from like
Yep.
Sunday league to like professional football.
Yeah, yeah, like they're not
Yeah.
gonna carry, but they're not gonna, ruin the game for you.
Yeah, if they play smart, like they could very well ruin the game, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah, more than likely probably would.
yeah,
But
yeah, exactly.
like if they know that they're playing, in a diamond game, they might play a bit safer or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
No, no, awesome. No, I really appreciate your help and all that. And I'll probably get you maybe one day to watch like a live game me playing in like a
Yep.
moment and to see if, all right, hold on, I see you're gonna make this mistake. Just
Yep.
rethink about what you're gonna do, or if you can notice an opportunity like before
Yep.
I do, you could say something
Yeah,
like,
like level
you
twos,
know,
yeah, keeping
yeah,
eye and
yeah, yeah,
stuff like
like
that, jungle
anything
tracking
you're
for
watching out
you.
for.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Yep.
So no,
More
no,
than
I
happy.
appreciate you doing all this, and I think it's going to be a pretty big help with what you've just told me.
Yeah, I'd also like to see like whether we do that live game. Like let's give it maybe like I want to see like at least like a week in between and see what the differences are.
Yeah, definitely, because there's not
Or
going to be a difference
as long as you
tomorrow or
want at
whatever.
least a week. And then
Yep,
we see if we're actually learning, and then it's okay if we've forgotten a couple of things. We just take a step back and redo it. Um,
yep, no, 100%.
yeah, awesome. Yep, more than happy with that.
All
Um,
right,
what was I
beautiful.
gonna say? Oh, last thing, I've recorded this as well, so I'll send you the recording. So if you do want to go through it, if you forgot a point or something like that, or you just want to
Yeah,
watch it,
okay, sweet. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like, I'll probably just watch it and see what you say and all that sort of stuff as well.
yeah,
Because I'm sure I'm going to forget some things because there's a fair bit to take in.
yeah. What was some we missed? Just quickly identify if the enemy has bone plating, and then trade windows around that. That's a really
Yep.
small one.
That's
Uh,
definitely something I don't take notice of. Is like having when their runes and all that are up.
yeah,
I think that can be a win or lose situation early game.
yeah. Particularly against like Irelia, and particularly it's very close.
Yeah, 100. Yep,
What was the
definitely.
other one? Don't Tryndamere, don't force like don't think he's only a split pusher. Tryndamere can team fight. Tryndamere can like he can do things. Yeah, sure, he's not as good at team fighting as like a Malphite. He can still do it though if he needs to. It's not
Yep,
like
I get
if
you.
you're team fighting on Tryndamere, you've lost the game. Like
Yep,
don't play split push because you want to play split push. Play it because it's the right choice to make in that game.
yep.
Um,
No, definitely.
yeah, because a lot of people they'll play Trynd and it's just oh no whatever's happening I'm just split pushing. You've
Yeah,
got
yeah, no,
you've
I
got a
get you.
pretty good balance because you've played other roles, so like you're always like pulling oh I should go help my team, but there's still a little bit too much I need to split push.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
make
Yep,
sure you are going oh maybe I should team fight because you did do it a little bit in this game and it almost there were moments where you could have brought it back. Um,
yep. No, I get you.
yeah,
No, 100%. I'll try to put that into practice. I'll probably have a couple of games tonight and then see
yeah.
if I can, put it all into practice and hopefully I can get some good wins in.
Yeah, and then build path. I think you have enough damage, crack, and quick blade. What I'd prefer to see instead of Phantom Dancer is Lord Dominic's. Just because of this build, like he's got Thornmail, she's got
Okay.
Deadman's. This guy's full tank, and he gives base armor resistances. So Lord
Okay.
Dominic's is actually more gold efficient than this. One, you don't really need like 3 crit items are great on Trind. You don't really need it. And then the attack speed, movement speed, it's not that important. And like, yeah, the Spectral Waltz is good, but Lord Dominic's is actually more gold efficient, I would say, against their team comp, just
Okay.
because they're a little bit tankier. So make sure you're thinking about your item build, particularly your third item.
Okay.
Like maybe
Alright.
do I want a Guardian Angel even? Like, oh shit, I'm dying a lot. Does the Guardian Angel work here? Or is it, Lord Dominic's Regard? Is it this? Is it that?
Yeah, I get you. Alright, too easy.
Cool. Oh, last thing. If you're versing a heavy CC comp, don't be afraid to go tenacity instead of attack speed, because
Okay.
you're playing. So what do I mean by that? In the rune page, you can go
Yeah,
tenacity.
yep. Yeah, I
Cause
know that
cause
one.
yeah, cause you're playing tempo. Like you've got lethal tempo. That bit of attack speed, it's nice, but tenacity could make the difference between winning or losing a game. That attack speed probably won't.
Yeah, alright. Okay. Yep.
Little thing, but it can like really be thinking about your runes every game. Like, do I go second win? Do I go this? And like, I'm
Yeah,
sure if
that's what I'm trying to do because I used to just keep the same runes, not really
yeah,
be ever
because
worried
yes, if
about it.
Fogged says like go attack speed or not, it's like well he's looking at it the lens of I'm like 3 million mastery point one trick Tryndamere. That rune makes sense to me because I know I don't need the tenacity because I'm just gonna
Yep.
smash this guy. Whereas for you,
Yep.
it's like, well, fuck, maybe I need to take Doran's shield. Maybe I
Yep.
need to play a couple of games with like maybe next time I verse Irelia, like I know she's probably gonna almost kill me, or maybe she will kill me and I won't be able to do anything about it. I'm gonna go teleport this game just to survive.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah, I get you.
teleport actually enhances the split push identity. Because you can actually now teleport into lanes and split push it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
No,
a
I
lot
get
of
you.
the
Or if they're
time,
coming up to me bot, I can quickly TP top or
yeah.
TP to the team even.
And like in this 32 minutes, I don't think I saw your ignite like get a kill that you couldn't have gotten,
Yeah. Yeah, I
which
get
is
you.
really
Yep. No.
interesting to think about. Like
Yeah.
it's like almost wasted. Like it's a very one-dimensional rune because it's only aggressive. And it yes, obviously Tryndamere is almost always go flash ignite or flash ghost. You can even go ignite ghost if you're really
Yeah.
cringe.
I
Or
I
like
I, I do that with the Vladimir
yeah,
matchup,
yeah. You can do
and I've
stuff
won
like
it every
that.
time like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
definitely.
perfect. But then on the tougher matchups, like oh fuck, Irelia again. Let's go TP Doran Shield and just see like if we can reduce that gold deficit.
Yep, yep.
Um.
Could I even take like 2 armor runes instead of the
Yep.
damage one if I like really want to play it
I,
safe?
honestly, I think defense is really good. Like if you're thinking about should I do defense, I always think it should be a yes. Like
Alright,
if that's
beautiful.
in your head, I definitely think you should try it out.
Yep,
Um,
definitely.
because it's more stat efficient because it's more versatile. Like armor is really good because it's defensive, but also when you're offensive, it's also helping you. Whereas
Yeah, I get you.
damage is only helping you when you're attacking, but if you're always on the defense, it's not very stat efficient.
Yep,
Um,
okay. I
yeah,
could probably even switch up with the Tarbis as well.
yeah,
Sometimes.
I don't mind that either. Um,
Yeah, definitely. Because I could always build attack speed like later on as
yeah,
well when I've scaled up.
even the Merc Treads as well. If you go attack speed in your runes, and then you're like, oh shit, they've got a lot of CC.
Yep.
Or maybe oh fuck, I forgot to change my rune. All right, let's just go Merc Treads this game. I'm versing, a something top.
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yep. Not
Um,
too easy.
cool. Anything else? No,
Uh,
that's all I think
yeah,
I've
that's
got.
pretty much. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've covered heaps.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's great. Thank you for that. I
no worries.
appreciate it.
Remember that E, just the
Yeah,
E.
definitely.
That's gonna help you so much.
Yeah, no,
Um,
definitely. Like when we look at another game or when you watch me
yeah,
next time, hopefully, it's all improved and I make less mistakes.
perfect. All right,
All right,
awesome, Chris.
too easy.
Have
You
a good
enjoy your night,
have
mate,
a
and
good
I'll
weekend.
talk to you
Yeah,
later on.
we'll
You
do.
too. See you.
And
Bye.
don't be a stranger on Discord. If you've got a question or anything, just feel free to pop it through, and I'll answer it.
Yeah, Too easy. Thanks for that,
Awesome.
mate. I appreciate it.
No worries. Catch
Yeah,
up.
bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my latest VOD review. If you're interested in getting your own VOD review, please head on over to my website, lolcoach.academy, click enter and click your VOD review here, fill out your details, and you could get your VOD review and master your true potential today. There's also a link in the YouTube description below on coming to this site directly. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're wanting to get coached by me, if you're wanting to get better at the game, and if you're wanting to learn how to improve consistently, please consider checking out my website and getting your own VOD review. Thanks.